mitzvahs. We're learning these philosophical concepts, etc., from Torah itself. So then we are connecting with Hashem directly. We're connecting Hashem to the extent where it says in the Gemara that when a person learns Torah, so he takes a Chumash, or he takes a Mishnah, or he takes whatever he's learning, so Hashem is actually, so to speak, sitting in front of him, learning with him. It's like a chavrusa. We're learning now, and you're sitting in front of me, and we're learning together. Hashem is as if to say, is sitting in front of me, and he's learning with me. He's learning directly with me. So therefore, I'm learning from Hashem himself. That's like the panemius, what we call panemius, the intrinsic knowledge. It's intrinsic. It's something which is live and here in front of me. If I'm learning it from outside, it's rather like if I were to go and stand outside and be sort of explaining the concepts, but I'm shouting, and you're in here doing all sorts of things, but you might hear a word or two, as I'm shouting these words from outside. So you hear a word or two. So that's like as if you're outside of the realm of learning in front of Hashem himself. You're learning. You're hearing the concept. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Okay, can you bring the water? Can you bring the watermelon? Yeah, and you hear another thing. Oh, that's interesting. That's like you're not learning directly from Hashem. There's another concept of learning from the panemius of Hashem. When we are we want to understand not only the knowledge that Hashem is giving us, we would also like to understand the more intrinsic ideas behind the knowledge. We want to know why. Why, Hashem, do you want us to know this? Why is this central to our service of being alive here in this world and our service to Hashem? There's two levels: being at large in the world and how to operate, how to deal with people, how to have a relationship between man and man. And there's also a service of our lives, how to have a relationship which is rather disconnected from the world at large and is more sort of directed towards spirituality. Mm-hmm. And that's, so to speak, having a relationship with Hashem, which will kind of, so to speak, negate the world at large. I'm kind of now, with my connection with Hashem. So I might find myself that I might make a decision to do something that is not based on whether I'm going to make a profit or whether it's going to look good in the eyes of people around me, because I'm more interested in that this particular service, this particular mitzvah that I want to do is going to be for Hashem. And so for that, I need to learn a bit more about the intention that Hashem has imbued in the commandments that he's given us. And that we call panemius Torah. That's panemius Torah. That means the intrinsic aspect of Torah. And the intrinsic aspect of Torah we learn from, we call it in Hebrew, we call it Chassidut. Chassidut comes from the word chesed. Chesed means kindness. And it says in the Mishnah, Ezehu chosid, ha mischasid im koinoi. Who is a chassid? Who is one who is a kind person, someone who is more sort of given over to being kind at his possible detriment, but he just wants to do more than is kind of logistically reasonable, let's say. So he is one who is mischasid, that he wants to do that kindness for the one who owns him. Who's the one that owns us? Is Hashem. He makes us, he creates us, he gives us everything we have, he gives us our life, he gives us the lifespan, he gives us everything, he gives us time, he gives us space, he gives all the aspects of